It's that time of year again when everyone's thinking about goals 2026 and making it the best year ever. But I've been there with writing down really long lists of goals, getting that dopamine hit from literally just writing them out, and then completely forgetting about them by the time summer rolls around. So in 2026, we're not doing that. Instead, I want to share a system that actually really works for me. This is my resetting and planning for the new year system. Before we plan anything or jump into goals, I want to take some time to just slow down and reflect on the past year. So this morning, even though it was a little bit gloomy, this was still so nice to do. I brought myself to these beautiful botanical gardens in London for a little solo journaling date with some journal prompts to just reflect on the past year. Okay, get ready, because we're about to change our lives in 2026. I showed you some of the journal prompts I used whilst I was on my little solo date. Things centered around like achievements, challenges. I think an interesting journal prompt as well, which made me really think, and I haven't done this in previous years, is looking at patterns and routines and themes, the good ones, the bad ones, the good, the bad, the ugly, like all of it. For example, why I've built such a habit of grabbing my phone when I feel creative block and like going to try and find inspiration this way, and it ends up just clogging my brain way more. That's definitely been a theme of this year, something I've noticed I do that I don't want to bring with me into 2026. And of course, like the big things I've been grateful for. It has been crazy reflecting on it. So much has happened, and that's why I urge you not to skip this step. 2025 was a weird one because I didn't set out like tons of goals for myself. It's because my main focus this year, and the reason that 2025 will be forever a special year, is because I got married. Obviously, the number one highlight of the year. So the first prompt I asked myself was like, did I achieve my goals? Like I said, I didn't really set myself a lot of goals, but I did set myself one big, scary goal. I didn't think I was gonna do it, which was of my big work goals for this year is to make a short film. Now, saying that out loud is scary, and I'm like, do I actually want to share that? Because what if it doesn't happen? I made a short film. I knew I didn't want it to be like a 5-minute thing that I just shot by myself. My job is so singular, and it's just me at home a lot of the time. I wanted to make something so much bigger than me. We finished our first ever full draft last week, so it's not been released yet, but I very much can tick this off. I thought it'd be fun to just go through the highlights of my year, and I urge you so much to do this yourself. And a good way of doing this is like grabbing your phone and literally going through your camera roll. You will be so surprised by the amount of stuff you forget that you even achieved. January. It was another month of completing dry January, really sticking to healthy habits. Like, we had just moved into this house. We had just bought our house at the end of 2024. Started decorating it. It was all so exciting. February then became the month of making real progress with wedding planning, booking vendors, all that fun stuff. But like, all of that was so daunting. Built my like dream office upstairs, so that was really exciting. It was also the first time I've like ever done something like that. March was the month of balancing it all, going to acting lessons, applying to acting roles. Skip to April, and April was the month of I'm getting married in 4 months. Crack on with everything, with all wedding planning, with taking care of myself as well. Like, getting married obviously was a big motivation to really go for it with like fitness goals and health goals. I signed with a new agency. I started running. I was thinking about how people run half marathons for charities, and so I remember I went out for a 10k run to see just how that would feel. I started to realize that running was something I loved for my mental health. May, we booked that half marathon. So I had gone for that run. I was inspired by people raising money for Macmillan. I also somehow managed to influence Will to do it with me. And I started a running plan. Running has actually changed my life. I think it was to prove to myself that I could do something that old me genuinely thought was impossible. To make that progress that I did with running made me so proud of myself. And I want to give the biggest shout out to Runner. That app is the reason I got through the half marathon, and not just got through it and did it, but actually found a hobby that I love, a hobby that has done so much for my mental health. And it's such a pleasure to say that Runna are sponsoring this part of the video. If running's maybe like a New Year's resolution you have with yourself, or you're thinking about it, I cannot recommend signing up to Runna enough. If you've never heard of it, Runna is a personalized automated coaching running app. It offers plans from 5K all the way up to your ultra marathons and crazy distances. It is designed to help more people get out and get running, really feel part of a community. They literally have a community tab. I think they're hugely part of why we're seeing such a wave in more people taking up running, which is incredible to see. Running doesn't feel like this exclusive thing that's only meant for one type of person. And Runna just made running so enjoyable for me. Not to toot my own horn, but I was amazed by how quickly I was making progress. It felt really good because Runna offered me that structure and the tools I needed to improve. Since then, because the half marathon's done, and now I'm starting to think about what I want for next year. I started a 5K improvement plan just to keep up the momentum, keep up that running. There's just no other app out there like it. There's really cool features, like there's holiday mode. It is built for a regular human. Like I went on my honeymoon, I had to take a month off. For the pace insights, it's interesting how it will learn from you, whether it needs to speed up your plan, slow it down. Calendar syncing makes it really easy and seamless to blend into your life. And so with my code beccawatson, you can get 2 weeks free of Runna. I'll leave the link below, but that's the code beccawatson. Like I said, January, time for new goals, time for new hobbies. Runna completely changed the game for me, and I know you guys will love it. Where was I? May, I went to Edinburgh for my first ever wedding dress fitting appointment. That was terrifying because I was like, what if that dress does not fit? I auditioned for a short film, and that actually was, I'm really proud of myself because it pushed me out my comfort zone. I had to whip out my old ballet skills. Somehow got the role. I went to Italy to celebrate my best friend's 30th birthday. That was so fun. Like, big group of girls, had the best time. It was the beginning of summer, and I think it really like set the tone for the rest of the summer. June, I shot the short film, which it was just a one-day shoot. It was a very short film. And then I started a 2-week evening intensive course at RADA. Part of me kind of forgot that I did this, like everything around it was crazy. I did a course at RADA, acting for screen intensive course. I went every evening, Monday to Friday, really humbled in a really good way. I learned so much. Immediately after that, I went on my hen do. I went to Palma in Mallorca. My sister, my maid of honor, planned it all. I had no idea where I was going. Just had a real moment of being like, I'm the luckiest girl in the world. And I really think that's why these reflection exercises are so important. Started doing a lot of like long runs. I felt like I was at the point of like really getting quite good at running, which was really cool to see. July, I wanted a slower month because of August coming up around the corner. So yeah, just enjoying summer. I was feeling really good. I was running a lot, doing a lot of Pilates, like taking care of myself. Went to Ireland to get our wedding rings, and then I went to Edinburgh to pick up my wedding dress. And that brings us to the best month of my life, August. Your girl got married on the 9th of August. And I feel so lucky. It was the best day of my life. I married the love of my life, and then spent the rest of the month in Bali with my husband, and it was the best. Then September, it was like back to it. I felt so rejuvenated. I don't think I've ever felt motivation like that. I went straight into pre-production as well with Emma. I came off a little strong and I was like, do you want to make a short film? She's an actor but also a YouTuber, and that's how I found her. We wrote a script, we did all the call sheets, the shot list, the everything, like, and learned everything as we were going along. Oh, painted my bedroom. Best decision I've made in this house so far. October, shot my first film. It was a 4-day shoot. Actually living the dream. Like, it was the best. It was so hard. Probably the hardest I've worked all year. And I can't wait to share that film with you. Ran the half marathon with my husband and somehow finished at the same time with Will, which was like the best feeling ever, to have been right next to each other for the whole thing. I felt so proud of us. I got the bob to signify this shift in my life, I think, and just, it's fun. November, was the month of editing the short film. Oh, went to the Wicked screening. That was a random thing. That was really fun. Turned 27 in Paris. I was surprised with a weekend in Paris by my lovely husband, and it was the best. And that brings us to now, December, filming this video. I thought it'd be really nice to focus on the positives. Like, yeah, I did journal exercises to really think about like areas of improvement for next year. But yeah, those were my highlights, my reflections of 2025. You will be a different person right now to who you were at the start of 2025. Even if you don't feel like you've had a big momentous year, there will be something in the year that will make you really proud. We always forget how much happens in a year. And now I feel like in the right headspace to start thinking about 2026. I'm gonna tackle some reset tasks. Now, I love taking some time in December to do a little bit of decluttering, resetting, whatever it may be. I'm gonna go through one of the drawers from my wardrobe, which is a mess. I swear I didn't even go through it that long ago, but I'm looking at it and it's bad. It needs some TLC. Ugh. This is what we're working with. Whilst I do this though, I want to give you my 26 ways to reset for 2026. Number one is a bit of an obvious one, but I really recommend you do it. And that's a wardrobe declutter. It's not that fun. Along with your wardrobe declutter, sell or donate at least 3 items of clothing. I bet you can find more than 3 that you haven't worn this year, that just they're not your style anymore, and they can go to a home where they will get a lot more love. Go and pick a specific drawer, closet, cabinet in your house that's been neglected for a few months maybe. And then along with our physical space, I think doing a digital declutter actually frees up so much of your brain. Something I love to do is delete old screenshots, unsubscribe from old like email listings. I don't know about you, but I realized the other day I have 33,000 unread marketing emails. Unfollow accounts that don't benefit you, you don't watch anymore. If it's people on YouTube you don't watch anymore. Next one, get into a strong sleep schedule. I forgot I had this top. Ooh. And generally just like catch up on sleep if you can. If you're someone who gets time off, you know, from Christmas to New Year, if you're really lucky, then use that time to sleep in. One I really like, and I swear by a lot, is the create your 3 recipes that you can make without reading recipe. You just know them off by heart. Your 3 healthy recipes for breakfast, lunch, dinner, to help with healthy eating in the new year. Oh, another one, go through your subscriptions. £2 a month here, £3 a month there. It actually it really adds up. Obvious one, but go do your solo goal planning date. Next, make a vision board. Getting your finances in order is a big one. Like set up a savings account if that's a goal that you have for next year. Go set up that Cash ISA account. Delete old apps that you haven't used in the past 6 months, or apps that really distract you. Here's a really nice one. Pick a charity to support next year. It's obviously December and it's easy to forget what Christmas really is about. It's about spending time with loved ones, spreading kindness. Think about acts of kindness. If you're in a position where you can donate even like £2 a month to a charity, think about what charity you'd want to support. Decide what planning system you want to have for next year. So get that new planner, that new notebook, or like sign up to Notion. Put together a reading or movie or both watch list. I have a movie watch list in my app. Whenever I have like those evenings where Will and I can't decide what to watch, or like I'm alone in the evenings and I'm bored, I can refer to that watch list. And it's so handy. Why is it whenever you like are going to go pick a film, your mind goes blank and you cannot find anything? Upgrade something in your self-care routine, whether it's like, I don't know, you want to focus on having a better skincare routine next year, or like you want to focus more on hair care. With that though, go through all the makeup, the skincare, the bottles that you have. This is a big one for me that I am not using. They take up space and I don't even know if I will use them. I love this one. Write down a dopamine menu for days where you just like, you're not feeling yourself, you're not feeling great, and you just literally need that reminder of like, what's a tiny thing you can go do for yourself right now that will cheer you up, instead of like scrolling through your phone or something. So it could be something very simple, like if popping out and buying yourself a pastry is a little thing you really cherish, or something so tiny but it brings you joy, or like going for a mental health walk. Pick a random hobby that you want to start in 2026. I was looking for the stop. Have a mini house upgrade, like even something tiny like getting yourself a new cushion or a new blanket, just something that symbolizes like the new year. Very similar one is picking a new scent. Maybe you have a perfume bottle lying around that you haven't used yet, or go treat yourself, or like ask for a new perfume bottle for Christmas, and then really associate scents with like times in my life. Like I can smell the perfume that I wore on my wedding day and it instantly takes me back to that day. You have a scent that you associate with the new year and like 2026 and being a new scent. I don't know, I love my scents. Add or change one thing to your morning routine. You know how much I love a good morning routine. One thing that you think will really make a difference. Catch up with someone that you have not seen in a while or spoken to in a while. If it's an old friend from home, give them a call, text them. I haven't been keeping count, so I'm sorry if I'm wrong. God, this is taking me a while. That's why I only wanted to do one drawer today. I'm gonna put on a podcast and carry on folding away. Oh, it's dark already. Something I've been actually quite good at this month, and I'm proud of myself, is consistently going to workout classes. I feel like I've filmed going to Pilates so many times, it's so boring, but it's definitely the thing that's keeping me sane with just like how cold it is outside in these shorter days. Also, I've been like at home a lot. Obviously I work from home. It's part of my day where I like can go outside and just be around other people. Sometimes like today it helps break up the day as well if I haven't done it first thing.
Bit spicy.
It's spicy, isn't it? Is it too spicy?
Not for me.
Now for the best part of the video, how do you actually set goals? I used to find it really overwhelming and actually not a task I loved, but since finding a system that I know works for me, it made it a really fun activity and actually made me something really excited, and it helped me feel motivated for the new year. We're getting excited about this. I now love this exercise. And you know what? Make it fun. Like, chase those big dreams. We deserve to achieve our goals next year. I don't want you thinking that you are not worthy of those big scary goals. And I need to remind myself that stepping into something new, something that feels uncomfortable, something that feels a little bit out of my depth, is a good sign. Those nervous, uncomfortable feelings are literally symptoms of you stepping outside of your comfort zone. Yesterday, Will went to a big work event, a type of thing that he had never done before, and he texted me right before it saying, I'm feeling really nervous. That's because you care and because you're doing something new. It's a sign of pushing yourself and trying something new. More of that in 2026. So, my approach to goal planning. You want to start with categories. I've always done this, but a mistake I have made in previous years is making one particular category way too heavy. So if you're someone who thinks like, well, this next year, like I have a stable job, that's all fine, but I like really want to focus on my health, you might set yourself tons of health goals and kind of neglect the other parts of your life. It literally brings us back to that saying like you cannot have all your plates spinning at the same time. And I think back to years where I set loads of work goals and then my health or my personal life was impacted. 2026, I want to work on balancing. I want you to give real attention and care to all these categories. My categories are gonna be 5 of them, I think. I'm gonna go for work, health, personal, finance, and relationships. So decide on your categories and then we're gonna jump into a mind map. Take yourself on a date for this, or like set candles, do it on a cozy evening. I love taking myself on a date to do this, even like just going for coffee. Write out a page for each category and just brain dump it. This allows you to really think like out the picture and not be too precious about it, because we're gonna narrow it down, but this helps to just unlock something. Some people find it really handy to like write a letter to your future self. But yeah, on this mind map, write out all the sort of immediate goals and achievements that jump to you, or just like what you want to be doing, habits. It should be fun. Like write whatever comes to you, because it's not set in stone yet. So I find this exercise really helps to almost eliminate the idea of being indecisive or overwhelmed. Now it's time to compile your brain dump into actual, attainable, tangible goals. Try avoid really vague things. I'll give you examples like saying, I want to save money this year, or I want to be healthy in 2026, or I want to be more organized at work in 2026. When you get to the end of the year, you can be like, I don't really know if I tick that, or they're just so forgettable. None of those fit under SMART goals. This before so many times, but I just want to refresh you because it's really handy. Check if it falls under a SMART goal. Think about how good it's going to feel at the end of 2026, ticking it off because you set yourself up with a really tangible goal. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and also time bound. I want to save money. This does not fit as a SMART goal. I want to save £200 every month, pop it into a cash ISA on my payday for the next 12 months. That's a very easily traceable goal. There's a set amount. It's time bound. Take your time, make it fun, go on a date, enjoy, but make it things that you can actually tick off at the end of the year.